Do you need a little me time? Could a vacation be the answer? More Americans are suddenly turning to what's being called the Self-Cation as a way to recharge, focus on well-being, and prioritize those personal renewals.
Our travel guy, Gabe Saglie, is on one of those right now. He's joining us now from Mendocino County with more on how we can do our own self-cations. Gabe, first of all, thank you for offering to babysit my daughter so the wife and I can do a little self-cation. That's fantastic. Really appreciate it.
You're such a giver.
I got 3 kids. You're talking to me about babysitting? I believe that my life revolves around who can or cannot.
So one more shouldn't be a problem then. You'll be fine if we had another one.
I wouldn't even notice. So what is this idea of a self-cation? Because it's different than a staycation. This is more about what you want to do for you.
No, this is about you. This is about not feeling guilty about shedding the spotlight on you. Because when we're home, we got to deal with work. We got to deal with the kids. We got to deal with the neighbors. How about stuff that we like to do, stuff that we want to spend time on, and how about our personal renewal? And so I think this certainly picked up steam after the pandemic. I think the sleep situation in America, I mean, the CDC says between a third and half of us just don't get enough sleep any particular day. So we wake up thinking, oh my God, I need some me time. So the me time concept now driving this self-cation idea. You're going somewhere that allows you to just disconnect, escape, unplug, recharge, rejuvenate, and come back to reality feeling refreshed and ready to take on life.
I'm just looking at that where you are
I know,
now.
it's perfect.
It's like, this is the perfect location for Gabe to write his travel manifesto.
I call them memoirs. Manifesto to turn people off. I'm going to call it my travel memoirs.
Yeah.
I made that myself, by the way. Look at that. I think it's been roaring.
You
flowers.
did that? Nice. Well done.
Yeah. So Mendocino County, why? So about 200 miles from where you guys are sitting right now. So the journey is part of the experience, because then you're rewarded with this beautiful area. 4,000 square miles. Only about 90,000 people live in the county. I'm outside of Mendocino. That little town of Mendocino, only like 900 people live here. So plenty of room to roam, as I say. And that is certainly part of the appeal here. And it's given birth to a variety of these new wellness resorts that are catering to you yourself. I'm at a place called the Stanford Inn. It sits on 10 acres, the only vegan resort in the U.S. I don't eat vegan or vegetarian. But the food here has been fantastic.
Really?
They have a 10-acre, they have this large garden that's USDA certified organic. All of the food on the menu comes from the garden. Food scraps go back into the garden to revitalize those soils. Yeah, the wellness center here, Court, beyond just your typical massages and facials. They'll work with you on things like nutrition, breath work, meditation, Chinese medicine, acupuncture, gardening. They're about to launch their mushroom foraging experiences for the fall.
Wow.
So neat things to do while you're on vacation, but in a way to kind of recalibrate the way that we sort of approach our everyday lives. And when you get back home, you just have better skills around things like how you eat and how you spend some alone time. So a couple of other resorts here that I mentioned, Mar Vista Farm and Cottages used to be a little set of fishing cottages. But now they'll do things like you get to hang out with the llamas there.
Oh
and
my
digital
gosh.
detox because there are no TVs in the rooms. Yeah, again, allowing you to spend some time on yourself, Courtney.
Okay, so I've heard of people doing forest bathing at these places. Are you forest bathing there, Gabe?
I bathed. I have already bathed, John. You're looking at the coastline, by the way, 100 miles of rustic, raw, sweeping coastline, beautiful. But this county, Mendocino, also home to more than 500,000 acres of old-growth redwood trees, which are absolutely majestic. And I hung out at a place called Hendy Woods, one of the 24 state and national parks here. Check this out. So this is the idea in forest bathing is those Japanese concepts, Shinrin Yoku, they call it there. You walk into the forest deep, maybe on your own, and you commune with the trees and the nature around you. A very moving experience. It's about stillness. It's about calming your thoughts, being in the moment. And I hung out about an hour by myself in the redwood forest there at Hendy Woods. I walked back out with a smile on my face, with a step in my step, refocused. It really is quite cool. The rivers, there are about 18 rivers that snake through Mendocino County. This is Big River. I'm literally right next to Big River here because the Stanford Inn has an operation called Catch a Canoe, and you sit on these balanced canoes. You both pedal and paddle, so super easy. And then you've got miles and miles to just go inland into the forest, into the into the nature, and just relax and unplug and unwind. Very, very cool. And then there's your food. Let me just say that I've been driving around here, farm after farm. So you're buying the peaches and the nectarines and the plums and the apples from the farmers themselves. This is Pennyroyal Farm. They've got chickens here, so the eggs are from the chickens that live on property. They have an organic vineyard, but what I love is the creamery here because they've got the goats and the sheep who live here, and then they make this yummy butter and the raw milk and the cheeses from these guys. You'll find at restaurants across Mendocino County. But again,
I tell you, you are selling this.
This type of farming, this type of farming, regenerative, biodynamic, organic, a very mindful way of approaching farming and ag. But as a consumer, you just feel that much better when you're eating, and even the wine scene there, same idea. It's just a very mindful way of approaching
the
cuisine,
website's
food,
right there.
and
It's
nutrition.
GabeTheTravelGuy.com. You go on there, you book your time for him to come babysit your kids. It's very easy. We're going to link that to our website, goodnayssacramento.com. Gabe, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Man.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Gabe.